Let's get a list together right now. Let's do this. Get a pen and paper out. If you're driving, please don't get a pen and paper out. You can do this later. We don't need any accidents anymore than we already. I almost was involved in one the other day, and I've seen so many in front of me. It's like, whew, it's a scary thing. It's a scary feeling. You all know that. Maybe you've been in an accident. I've been in a few in the military, some pretty severe accidents, but it's super cool. Not the accidents. Those are horrific. But it's super cool whenever you can gain clarity on exactly what you need to do and you have your compass set on that. And I kind of want to give you a few simple things that you can think about. And like I said, if you have a pen and paper and you're sitting there, I want you to write these down. Number one, we're going to start with this one. Improve physical health. What does that look like for you? Improving your physical health. I'm not talking about something, I need to lose 100 pounds. No, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 6 months. I'm going to tweak a little bit on my diet here. I'm going to go to the gym once a week. I'm going to go for a walk 3 times a week for 20 minutes. Make it ultra realistic, but you need to see progress over time and then make that commitment. Improve physical health. How can I improve physical health? Because I see so many leaders give up their body. And especially when you're older, if you have a great mind and a great body in your 70s, you are so valuable to society. So much wisdom. You're able to, enter into other areas of life, especially in the philanthropy. From 65 to 85, maybe, or you can start another business. You could start a not-for-profit. There's so many amazing things that you can do to stay busy as an entrepreneur, but you can't do that if you have bad physical health. That's what limits a lot of prosperity. So you need to focus and find things that you love to do. What do you love to do? Physical health. It doesn't have to be lifting weights and looking jacked and perfect. I talked about this the other day on one of my podcasts. All the Instagram shit is fake. It's all fake. It's filters and steroids. And those people are the most unhealthy people that are out there. Take their blood work. We challenge you. Take their blood work. You get a 50-year-old jack guy that's on steroids, he's just waiting for a heart attack to happen any moment. I guarantee his cholesterol's all fucked up. I guarantee his whole body's inflamed inside. You could lift weights. That's awesome. I do it 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. I love lifting weights. That's my thing. But yoga may be yours. Whatever it may be, walking, just improving, getting your lungs and hearts and your organs to function good, maybe that's what you need to do. What improves physical health? Number 2, save more money. And I'm not talking about, I'm going to use the words invest more money. I got this list, and I love this list. That's why I wanted to share it with you, from Tom Black's. He has a newsletter, a sales newsletter. He's like an old school sales guy, and I like to get his newsletters. I like some of the old school stuff sometimes. I like to mix it, new school, old school, mix it together, because I learned so much on both sides. That's how we should do with everything, right? Read some right stuff, read some left politics stuff, go back and forth, switch it from MSNBC to Fox News, see what both perspectives are. You're like, I can't stand that. Well, then I don't watch any of them, but I will read if I really want to understand something. If I really want to understand a political issue, I'm going to read both sides every time. So invest more money. How much money can you invest? $250 a month in your Robinhood account? Can you just start off doing that? Maybe it's $50, whatever it is. Try to take that percentage and try to live less and less and less. You don't need that new Mercedes or BMW. I have a Mazda CX-5. I could go buy a Mercedes. I could go buy a BMW right now. I have a new Mazda CX-5. I love Mazda. They're luxury. They look nice. They're super reliable. And I like the way it looks. It's just a simple SUV. And it's nice. And I enjoy it. I got the top of the line one, or close to the top of the line one. It's got the leather seats and the bows and the sunroof and all that. But it's half the price of what I would pay for a BMW or Mercedes. And it gets me from point A to point B. It gets me to the gym. It gets me to the podcast studio. It gets me where I need to go, and it is totally fine. Now, later on in my life, I've had luxury cars before. Later on in my life, will I buy one? Maybe. If I double my income from what I'm making now, of course I would. But I like to live on a bare minimum of my goal is 20% of my income after taxes, to live on 20%. I think right now I'm probably at like 40, 50%, and all the rest goes into investing. I buy stocks that are super safe. Work out more. We know this. Improve physical health. Work out more. Eat healthier. Lose weight. And I want to talk about Money One again here, and this is his list, is pay down debts. You can't invest and say, so investing in yourself is paying down your debt and not creating any more debt. The worst thing you can do is purchase things on credit that are not assets. If they're a depreciating asset, I'm talking about appreciating assets, but most of the stuff we buy are depreciating assets. Those things are worthless. They're depreciating, and yet you're paying a monthly payment on them, and you're paying interest. The only people that are making money on that is the credit card companies. So pay down your debt. That should be the first thing you do. Get debt-free or close to debt-free. Yeah, you may, if you have a super low interest rate on something, that's fine, your car, whatever it may be, your house, your car, but that's it. Everything else, make sure, and only spend where you can pay your credit card off every month. Don't spend over that. Now, if you go on a trip or something, I get that. But you don't need 90% of stuff you're buying is because you want a dopamine hit or you're not feeling very well or you're bored. Pay down your debt. That should be the first investment on you financially. Pay down that debt, get the debt off, and then take that same money that you're using for paying down debt, know that amount, and then after you get your debt paid off, then take that amount and then begin to throw it in investments. And you may invest in real estate, maybe you invest in bonds or stocks, whatever. Just invest. Improve mental health. I talk about this all the time. This is something I work on constantly, being self-aware. Improve mental health. Number 2, spend more time with your family. This is so important. How often, and I want to say this, I'm going to clarify this one and say, spend quality time with your family. Not more time, quality time. You can take a family member out to eat and you guys have a couple beers, relax, have a good time, catch up. That's more important than you just going over to their house and just chilling and sitting on the couch and both of you are watching a football game or on your phone. Have time where you, quality time. What does quality time look like? I don't want to spend time with anyone, friends, family, anyone, unless it's quality. My partner, I'm going to be busy working, and then I will schedule quality time with people. And when I'm in that quality time with them, I want it to be refreshing, positive, and getting to know that person and loving them more. And if I can't do that in that time frame, I'm out. And if that person's just negative all the time and they drain my energy, I erase them out of my life. It's that simple, guys. You need to do that. Focus more on spiritual development. 100%. Whatever spiritual development you think it is for you, you say, well, I'm an atheist. Okay, maybe it's ethics. Maybe it's instilling some type of moralistic system. Whatever it may be. If you're a Christian, take more time for spiritual development. What does that look like? Buy a book. Buy a study book. Marcus Aurelius, whatever it may be. Buy a new Bible, a new study Bible. Get it, and then focus on development, spiritual development. What does development look like for you spiritually? How are you going to develop? How are you going to create a consistency? Say once a week, I'm going to read the Bible on Sunday mornings, or once a week I'm going to go to church again. I stopped going to church. Whatever it may be for you, whatever makes you feel more spiritual, that's what you need to do. But make it realistic. Don't make it where I'm going to read the Bible in a year, or I'm going to read the Bible in a month, or whatever it is. Make it super realistic. Just improve. Improve your relationships. This is so important in understanding that you can't wing and just be reactive to a relationship. You as a leader must be proactive in every single one of your relationships. And it's just a muscle that you have to use, a proactive muscle. Once you get to the point to where you can do this, then it's very, very simple. Improve your relationship. So it's just a matter of taking and scheduling quality time with that person. We talked about that earlier. But then more importantly than just scheduling quality time, it's having the right conversations in that quality time. Asking questions, it's coaching, asking questions about how they're doing. I don't need to talk about me. I honestly don't. I don't. And and if you're one of those people, when you get together, you guys are just fighting over who you're talking about the most. I see that all the time. I this, I that, and then they're talking about themselves. You interrupt them, and then I did this. It never is about. It's about you, not I. Hey, Jill, haven't seen you for a while. It's so awesome to have lunch with you. I want to catch up. What's been going on with you? How's work going? How's your family doing? I'm going to ask all those questions. And then, I'm struggling here. Well, let's talk about that. I want the whole lunch to be about that person that I'm with. That's improving the relationship. I'm going to take charge as a leader to improve this relationship. Whether it's a friend, family, businessman, person, it is never about me. That's service to others. That's service to others. I don't need it to be about me because I'm good. I'm taking care of myself. I'm being self-aware. I don't need someone to listen to my problems. I don't. If I have a problem, I'm going to handle it because I'm a leader. That's what I do. And I'm not going to suppress it. I'm going to get it out there. If I have a problem with somebody, I'm going to have a conversation with them. I'm not going to be passive aggressive. So what else is there to talk about? I don't need to. If they ask me, I'll say, everything's going awesome, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll switch the subject right back to them every single time. Read more. This is so important, guys. Some of you hate to read, get audiobooks, whatever it is. Fall asleep to listening to an audiobook. Well, maybe it's only 5 minutes a night and you fall asleep. Perfect. You got 5 minutes more of reading, and next thing you know, that book will be done in a few months. Set the sleep timer on and go. I fall asleep to podcast every single night. It's a habit now I have. I last anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. I set my timer for 30 minutes on the podcast, and then I'll pick up that podcast and kind of just rewind a little bit and listen to the rest of it in the morning. Quit a bad habit. I need to quit a bad habit that I have. And I don't use it very often, but occasionally I use chewing tobacco, Copenhagen. It's disgusting. And I know some of you guys are going to stop listening to me because I said this, but this is a thing that's been bothering me here lately. I had quit like 9 times. And I've gone years and years without using it. And then I've used it for years and years. It's just a bad habit I picked up in the Marine Corps. And I like nicotine. There's nicotine pouches and different things like that are non-tobacco that you can use. Nicotine, Andrew Huberman has a really, really good podcast on using nicotine. Not cigarettes with all the bad stuff in them, but actually using they have nicotine gum that's good for you and all that. And it helps you focus. I like that. It helps me focus. I'll use it if I'm feeling a little stressed or something like that. Like we use anything else. But I feel like I feel like it's time that I need to quit that bad habit. I've quit a lot of bad habits. I quit drinking as much. I used to drink every day. Just like 1, 2 beers, 3 beers, kind of a habit. Then I stopped. Now I only drink beers. I don't have any in the house or anything. I only drink beers whenever I do go out and I'm talking with somebody or something. And then I limit myself to 2. Sometimes I'll drink 3 if it's a lighter beer, like a Dos Equis with lime. I really enjoy. I've quit IPAs. That's all I used to drink. I don't drink those anymore because they make me feel, tired. So I've quit a lot of bad habits, and I love that. I've quit a lot of sugar, carbs, all that out of my diet, and I meal prep and all that. So I've done really good on this, and this is just one that I need to work on a little bit more. This is my next one. This is what I've been doing this year. Travel more. I have 3 trips already bought, purchased in my Delta app, ready to go. I've already done one. I'm doing one on this week. And then I have another one, and I'm going to travel more. I am going to travel more. Even if I travel 3 or 4 days to a new city that's close to me, I'm traveling more. I love when I travel. I get a new perspective. I'm more creative. If I drive, I'm able to listen to a ton of podcasts. If I fly, I'm able to read more. I enjoy that. I take more time off. I get to explore and do different things. My brain loves it. Traveling more is so important. And then next one is improve your personal development. Last one. Here we go. Improve your personal development. What does that look like for you? Do you need to take a course? Do you need to, what does personal development look like to you? Improving your personal development. Maybe it may be a spiritual course. It may be a sales course. It may be work related, whatever it is. Find what you need improvement on and then work on that and improve. This year, I have like a real big money focus for 2023. It's to double my income this year. That's what, and that it sounds like a high. It sounds like a high, but I feel like that it's going to happen for 2023. So my personal development is studying money more, understanding. I've studied money a lot, but I want to study it more. I want to understand it more. If I understand it, I believe the more understanding I have on it, the more clarity I have on it, the more I can set myself up into situations. I already have multiple income streams and all that. I've already got all that going on, but those can improve. And there's things that I'm missing out on because I don't understand or don't know. And I want to work on those and do better on those. And these are all things, guys, this list, they're all things that just make you happiness. It's about doing these little things every single day and getting to enjoy them and enjoying self-discipline and seeing yourself improve, I guarantee you, will make you happier than anything else that you can do.
Thank you for joining us on the Albuquerque Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share. And go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.